Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So today I want to talk about the full moon eclipse in Taurus that's coming up. It looks like it's going to be kind of a big shake-up, let's say, because not only is it a full moon, it's a blood moon, which also has different connotations in different cultures and belief systems. However, also there is Uranus, however you pronounce it, which is in conjunction with this event. And from my understanding, Taurus is generally stable and steady. Uranus is a wild card. So what I wanted to do is do a video about this event. I feel like predicting everything that could come up is going to be a challenge, but I feel like this video is going to be around what you can prepare for, what you can manifest, and maybe glean any information or any hints that, any changes, let's say, that might come from this. So let's choose our piles. I've got the crystal cards today, so you can choose by card and crystal all in one. Right. Feeling this one for sure. Going to do 4 piles today. It just seems like a big event that a lot of people are talking about, and I was planned to do a different video. My guides were like, no, we need to talk about this as well. So let's get to it. The moon eclipse will be seen from here. So if you are in the area, have a look online and you can see the travel of the moon. But yeah, we'll be able to see the eclipse, so that'll be interesting. Alright, let's start with the first pile. So if you chose pile 1, for pile 1 we have the Onyx. This is talking about seeing the future, responsibility, stamina, self-mastery. Okay. Oh, interesting. Pile 2, water. Speaking of the moon, emotional, intuition, psychic powers, and healing. This deck does have some elements in here as well. Most of the time it's gems, but it also has some elements. We have Carnelian for pile 3 with self-trust, relationship rejuvenation, powers of concentration, healing from abuse. And lastly, pile 4, got the green Jade with attracting love, balance, dreams come true, and purity. So these will be the 4 piles today. Feel free to pick as many as you want. Trust your intuition, that is the best bet for picking a pile today. We'll see what comes up. Next will be the shuffling process, but I'll give you time. You can pause the video or I'll leave some space here now so you can take some time to pick. But the information will be in the details below, so if you want to skip to your particular pile, feel free to go into the description and click on that. Otherwise, enjoy your reading. Hi everyone, welcome to the shuffling process. So we have 5 decks today going through shuffling. The intention in here is to get some information about this full moon in Taurus, and maybe get some information on how or what might be coming up for you, and also what you can manifest, something to focus on while this is coming through, because it's I feel like there's going to be some mix up, especially with Taurus being so steady, so stable, and Uranus coming through being so unpredictable. So this might be some ideas for you as well. All right, let's see. So what do we have for the viewers today? It's pile 1. Let's say this is pile 2. Okay, I'm using this one especially. This is the Aboriginal Ancestral Wisdom deck. It just feels like the right choice considering the path of the eclipse will conjunct with Australia. And because I feel like this is a very unpredictable deck, but also I love that it has like the symbols on it, the flower of life, and I believe that's like Metatron's symbol. This feels like an unpredictable deck sometimes, so I feel like this will be a nice little touch on potentially Uranus, especially. I think this one wants to come out first. Go. Okay, this one wants to go here, so I'm going to keep these two on pile 3. This is one of my favorite decks, to be honest. This is the Keepers of the Light. So what information do these piles need to hear in regard to this full moon? What can they manifest? I definitely wanted to use this card. It was quite funny. I forgot I even had this deck for a moment when I was going to do this reading, and this deck with the Angel Wisdom Tarot had some of these cards and I accidentally put them in, and I was like, of course I should be using this. This has the moon on it. So they definitely jumped out. So we'll see what information these cards have. I really like this deck because it feels almost like Oracle cards. It's very different to a traditional tarot. They do have the tarot meanings, but also there's so much more information you can get from these cards. Okay. And these are your piles today. So again, feel free to take some time, trust your intuition with these piles. I will move these in top. Trust your intuition. Pick as many as you feel called to you. Sometimes none will call to you. And usually when that happens, I'm like, I still want to pick one. So I'll pick one and it'll be completely off. But I feel like this is an opportunity, especially with so many different little players in the mix for this full moon eclipse, and also Uranus coming through. So in conjunction, I believe, which generally just means besides. But anyway, take your time. Feel free to pick as many piles as you want, and I'll see you in your pile. Hi, pile number 1. So you have picked today Onyx with the messages seeing the future, responsibility, stamina, self-mastery. All right, let's see how this mixes in with your reading today. I'll do the oracle and then the last two I'll do at the end. So for the Aboriginal Ancestral Wisdom card, we have Fascinated. On the shadow side, we have Repelled. Something good, something like a new change. I know it's nice and easy to say something good, but this fascinated feels like maybe this big shock that the planet's coming through, or the moon as well. It's going to be like a good change. I can feel it already. change out of something maybe not so great. We also have Rumiel, the Angel of Visions. Okay. You have Kuan Yin, Care and Compassion. Choose to be love, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. Okay, and these last two tarot cards, you have, just get the light out of there, the Four of Air or the Four of Swords. Insight that comes from meditation, the need to rest or take a vacation, allow yourself more time before making a decision, mental exhaustion, get more sleep. And your last card here is the King of Wands. Okay, so pile number 1, very interesting. I see there's a lot of taking time for yourself, but also ultimately, this is about moving out of your own solitude. Maybe you were the hermit before, mastering your own skills, self-mastery, coming into helping others with the care and compassion, and also the fascinated. Fascinated feels like going within to work on whatever that may be, upskill, dealing with shadows or something like that. Now you have self-mastered, you've done this, you've got the abilities, let's say, with Rumiel coming through the Angel of Visions. Feels like for some of you, it's now time to move out of this and start thinking about the people that surround you. You've got the abilities, you've got the intelligence with the King of Swords, you've got it. If you still need more time, absolutely take that. We do have this Four of Swords coming up. It's okay to continue working on what you need to. For some of you, I feel like this is kind of a little bit of a split for some of you during this time, during this moon manifestation, or whatever you want to do during the full blood moon. It's with the blood also just makes me think of family ancestry as well. It's a time to now move out of solitude, move out of self into expressing that, moving out of the shadow into the light with this manifestation time. Whatever the big change is going to be, it might not even be a big change, say, looking from the outside in, but within you, it's a change that opens up so many opportunities to share your gifts, to share your knowledge, to share what you have learned while, let's say, hibernating or while going within for a little bit. So perhaps you were repelling, let's say, because you needed that time to think, you needed that space to go within. What do I see for manifestations? I feel like just seeing the futures popping up with that. So maybe developing or asking for what do you want? Actually, it's a question back to you. What do you want to manifest in the future? What do you want to see in your future? If you stop now and think in your future, what do you want? Maybe that's why you need to start manifesting and believing that that's where you will end up in the future. This full moon is an opportunity to start manifesting that future. Kuan Yin pops out a lot with care and compassion, offering a helping hand. That's what she's about. She's about, care, love, doing what is right. We've got responsibilities here with the Onyx, so some of you may need to use your intuition and trust that you have the ability and the know-how to actually pull your family through a particular situation, or even just guide them along gently to where you see yourself in the future and your whole family in the future. So pile number 1, to kind of sum this up, I feel like overall, for some of you, it's moving from a stagnation or a going inwards to expressing outwards, using what you have learned, your skills, your intelligence, your love, your care, to help the people around you. And for some of you as well, it will be continually going within a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, and then you'll be able to do the same, move out into the light, let's say. There's so much kind of psychic ability, it feels like, within you, or even just intuition, that will help you move out of whatever's been happening. For some of you, I do feel like it was a more clouded place or blind place or a little bit darker. But for some of you, it wasn't that dark. It was really going within for your own safety, own health, own growth, let's say. And now it's moving out and into the world and expressing it. So that can just seem like quite an easy little change for some people. For some, it's a huge change. And what to manifest? Manifest what you see, where you see yourself in the future. That's probably the takeaway from this in this moon. All right, and that was your read pile number 1. Thank you for being here. Feel free to give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Hi, pile number 2. So you have chosen water today, with the messages of emotional, intuition, psychic powers, and healing. Little fish there. All right, let's see how the water is going to come into your reading today. Okay, so I want to start with the Aboriginal Ancestral Wisdom. Right, so this is talking about forbidden, and on the light side we have possibilities. Interesting. Okay, and we have the right leg with endurance with Nitza. This particular card is part of the Kabbalah in this deck. Right side is the masculine side. We also have Almoira, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Okay. Have the Nine of Pentacles with Archangel Uriel here. Talking about enjoying the fruits of your labors, hard work that has led to a luxurious life, buying yourself something special, happily and successfully self-employed, enjoying your solitude. Okay, and your last card here is the Seven of Swords. Alright, so pile number 2, I'm getting a feeling of independence and going within. The right leg with endurance generally feels like a mix of solitude but also victory. So endurance, like which it says endurance, but endurance in the way of, I guess, tolerating some sort of energy that's around you because you know it's going to pass or move through, whether that's people or a situation. The more solitude comes from that, but also with the Nine of Pentacles feels like very independent, especially talking about self-employed, enjoying your solitude, and even the Seven of Swords coming up just feels like solitude. We have the Black Panther on the front, and it very solitude type, solitude hunter, solitude animal. Forbidden also feels like doing something for you, doing something that goes against your norms. It may not feel forbidden, let's say, in normal times or in general, say with the rest of the world, what they're doing, but it's outside your normal comfort zones, trying something different. Maybe that little test, whether you like it or not, will open up multiple doors of possibilities of what you actually do enjoy. So I feel like for you, pile number 2, this is going to be, it is going to be like what all the astrologers are saying, talking about. This is going to be something very different, very changing. What I will say though is with Almoira coming up with Awakening Presence, yeah, this is going to open up your eyes to a world of possibilities. It may feel you want to resist it. I feel like absolutely do what you think is best, But this is an opportunity. I feel like there's some sort of opportunity here. This may be thrust upon you during the moon. However, it could be just something that opens up, and it's up to you if you want to take that risk, let's say. You have good intuition. You've chosen water with intuition, psychic powers, healing, emotional. There could be all of these kind of feelings mixed up. It could mix up your emotions. It might just, not in a bad way. I feel like I just want to keep repeating. It feels like an opportunity. But as always, do what you feel is correct for you. I do feel like, though, if you do take this, it might not be what you like. It might be difficult to push forward with it, but I feel like it's going to open up some abundance, let's say, with the nine of Earth, the nine of Pentacles coming up here. Just in my mind, thinking about that now, the Nine of Pentacles is talking about buying yourself something special. Maybe I'll just say it from my perspective, growing up with not a huge amount of things, I learned the value of saving, making sure you had enough for something that may pop up in the future. Maybe now's the time to, you know what? You want something, you only live once, go get that. If you can get that and you really want it, and it's going to give you some sort of happiness, something for you, then go for it. Maybe it's just something as simple as that. It could even be with regards to manifesting some kind of abundance. Maybe it is financial, maybe it is a luxurious life. Why not? What's holding you back from that? The worst thing that could happen is not getting it. The best thing is you get it. However, if you don't manifest it, you know that you will not get it because you haven't tried. I do want to read Almoira for you as well. Just the extended message from the card because I feel like there's something in here for you. Spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection. Almoira is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then call on Almoira and his angels to surround you in a light that will keep you safe on all levels. Also know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to the universal life force. Talking about going inward for yourself, this is all about you in this pile number 2. Even if you have like a family or responsibilities, anything like that, absolutely fine. This is about you. Doesn't feel like fully self-care. If it comes across that way, take that. But it does feel like it's just doing this for you because it's for you at this time. So this moon, something might change up, might be a little bit unknown or new. However, I feel like it's going to be kind of like a soul growth, let's say, for you internally. Also a little bit healing, just with the water and the Nitsa card. Some of you may be even hearing some news. I'm just getting that. There's like maybe some of you will hear some news that might change some of this. Some either good news potentially or something different. It doesn't feel like it'll be a negative and you're going to go back within in a negative way. But at the moment, just make sure you're protected. That's also another message that Almoira brought up right there and then is make sure you're cleansed and then put the protection on. Overall, just make sure you're safe while you're moving through this transition, I guess, with the moon, the full moon and Taurus. I also feel like it's going to help you stabilize you, ground you. For some of you that have been maybe feeling ungrounded, tired, stressed, anxious, this will be a grounding time for some of you. However, remember, it's always an unknown with Uranus. It's a wild card. Alright, and that is what I see in your cards today. So thank you very much, Pile 2. Feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Hello, Pile number 3. So you have chosen today Carnelian with the message self-trust, relationship rejuvenation, powers of concentration, healing from abuse. Okay, we'll see how Carnelian comes into this reading. Alright, there are two Keepers of the Light cards here as well. Okay, so you have Delighted on the light side and Sorrowful on the shadow. Okay. You have Suklaf, the Angel of Verdancy, something growing, like a seed planted, abundance coming, stability. We're talking about Taurus. You're feeling better by grounding yourself, going within. You're feeling much better with this change. Might be a wild card, but for you it's almost like a blessing. Okay. You have Archangel Michael with Trusting Heaven. You are safe, angels stand close, surrender your concerns and allow miracles to occur. Okay, let's move that up. Oh, a little bit of a light. Let's move these down. You have Horus with Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. This feels like a very good time for you. Trusting in Heaven with Archangel Michael. We have Horus with Cosmic Gateway, which does always make me feel of manifestations. So your manifestations, even though I feel like for everyone it's heightened, for you Pile 3 it's even more so. What do you want to see with this change? If you are manifesting, I feel like this is the best time for you Pile number 3 to do it. Write it all down. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles, or Four of Earth. A lot of earth grounding kind of coming in. Managing your resources wisely, extremes in how you give or receive money, time or emotions, smart business decisions, seeing things as black or white, being charitable. This again has Archangel Michael right next to Archangel Michael from a different deck. Just here. And we have the Eight of Cups. Very interesting part number 3. Delighted just feels like enjoying the good things that are in life, trying not to focus or worry about things that we cannot change. Right next to Archangel Michael talking about trusting Heaven, you are safe, the angels stand close, surrender your concerns and allow miracles to happen. I feel like for you, Pile 3, this is a huge time for manifest what you want in the future. We have the Four of Pentacles up there as well. If it's about money worries or material worries, this is a time to manifest what you want. Start reining things in. Start focusing on what's going to be best for you, your family, and growing that with the Angel of Verdancy, Suklaf. Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. This Cosmic Gateway opening up. Cosmic Gateway generally, for me, feels like something opening up, like the star, something above you, like a portal, let's say, and you put in your manifestations into that portal, and what comes out is threefold, tenfold, something like that. It's going to help you move out of this tricky situation, because the Carnelian healing from abuse for some of you, it could be like an emotional kind of difficulty. It doesn't have to be abuse. It could be just moving out of a difficulty, some kind of emotional difficulty, some kind of physical difficulty, even some kind of financial difficulty. And worrying about it is not going to help you. This pile 100% is saying, you know, start growing what you want, what you want to manifest. The Cosmic Gateway's here to open. You've got the full moon in Taurus. You've got the Uranus wild card coming up. What more do you want is how it's feeling. It's like this is a perfect time for you. If you are watching this, manifest 100%. It's up to you, obviously, but this is the time. This is the time. There's a shooting star here. What are your wishes? What do you really want to see moving forward in your life? This is the time to manifest. These emotional cups, it's the time to move out of this shadow, let's say, or challenge. We've got the self-trust here. You've built up, this is Whatever you've been through in life has brought you to where you are today, is what I want to say. You have now the power or the fortitude, the skills that you've learnt from difficulties to know what is right for you. And now it's time for you to make a choice. Where do you want to see yourself? What do you want to release? This moon isn't always just about manifesting something new coming in. It's also about releasing what is old. What are the old wishes, old feelings from exes, from difficult times, from challenging times? What do you want to release now? Stuff that is no longer serving you. So, like with the Delighted card, when I was reading that, it was talking about not worrying about what you can't change. Stuff that from the past has already happened. Sure, it can leave emotions or feelings in your mind, but if they are things that can no longer change, as best as you can, try releasing that, working through that. This is the time to release that. Say, I don't want that. Put that into the cosmic gateway and say, I don't want this magnified. I want this released. I release this now. It no longer serves me. And start bringing in something new, because when you clear the way, when you clear out what you don't no longer need or what no longer serves you, there's now opportunities to fill your cups or fill your coffers, let's say. Fill your purse with what you really want in the future, what you see. And pile number 3, that is your reading. I feel like this is a great move for you. It's moving out of maybe some kind of difficult situation, maybe not a huge difficult situation, maybe some stagnation. Trust yourself. It's time to release those old emotions that don't serve you. Start bringing in new financial or some kind of growth in whatever way that may be. Learning, material, could be anything. Horus coming out with the Cosmic Gateway is just like an even more boost for you this blood moon in Taurus. But anyway, that was your reading. Thank you for being here. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like the content. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Hi, pile number 4. So you have chosen Green Jade. This is one of my favorite. I grew up in New Zealand, so Green Jade, or in New Zealand we call it Pounamu, is very important to the culture for many reasons. But this is your reading, so I'll get into it. You have chosen Green Jade with attracting love, balance, dreams come true, and purity. Okay. So you have awakening, and on the shadow side, suppressed. Coming out, showing your true self. Ooh, could even be attracting love. Dreams coming true, I love that. Purity, coming out of shadow work, let's say. You've done enough, or you've done as much as you need to right now, and now it's like showing the world what you've got, what you've learned, your true self. Okay. You have Liliel, Angel of Night. And you have the Shekinah, Sacred Self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance with the sacred rhythm of life. Very interesting, because I just talk about showing your true self. This is express your gifts. What have you learnt? What have you done? What have you dreamed of that's come around? This attracting love as well just feels like that you've got something within you that someone else, let's say, would love to share with you. If you want to share your life with someone, if it is about a relationship, it doesn't have to be, it could even be a connection that you have right now. It's just like expressing yourself. This has their arms up, and this bird, this dove has its wings out. It's just all open. Okay. You have justice, again, open. There's a bat with its wings stretched out. Okay, and your last card here is the 8 of Water, or the 8 of Cups, with Jeremiel. sorry. The need to move on, seek more from life than what you are experiencing, a spiritual quest, choosing to make choosing to make big life changes, a change in priorities, leaving home. I'm going to say this for you, pile number 4. For some of you, a very quick message of showing your true colors. Showing your true self will attract the people, the environment, the chosen family, let's say, that you really want. We have the bat with his wings open. We have the dove with his wings open. The awakening, which is open. We even have a chest, which is open. They're all open. It's all showing you that you've got something to share, or a gift, or even if it's not for other people, it's for you, expressing who you truly are. And on the inside, this is the time. So this full moon coming up here for you, pile number 4, is all about expression of self. We also have the green jade with balance and the justice card with the scales. And even with the open, they all feel very balanced. It's all balanced. Something that may have been dark with their angel of shadows, now it could be some people are too far up, some people are too far low, stuck in their emotions, stuck in their, and then on the flip side, stuck in their ego. This is about getting that all balanced. Masculine, femininity, how you express yourself as a person. It's time to let that out and let that shine. Okay, that is just for some of you, but this is just a very clear message. Maybe it's for a lot of you as well. Ask yourself who you are and who you want to be. What do you want to? How do you see yourself in the future? And manifesting that. I've said this in another. I think it was pile 1. So maybe if you were humming and hawing about pile 1. Maybe have a look at that as well. A different message, but just that kind of clicked for me. Only if it calls to you, of course. Also, part number 4, I feel like some of you will be going through a change. This it won't leave me alone, this leaving home. Changing your environment is also a way of expressing yourself. So you can get into an environment, like what I was talking about with chosen family, you can get into a place where you can start expressing who you are, but also the new environment, just the surrounding yourself with people that are, let's say, like-minded. Not exactly the same, there's always going to be differences, which is a good thing, but just being around people that kind of get you, get who you are. Awakening always feels like a challenging time or a confusing time because you're going within and things are shifting. And this moon, this blood moon, even though that looks like a blood moon with the justice, overall it's about balance. It's about getting you balanced so you can express yourself, express your gifts, express what you have on the inside. If this is a time where you feel a bit confused or a bit out of balance, pile number 4, coming into this full moon, I should say, this Taurus moon, it's going to help you balance. It's also going to help you express yourself. I know I've said that so many times. That's how it feels. It's like a change. It's a change within you, and change can be scary, of course, but it's growth. Change is just another word for growth. Okay, I do want to read the Shekinah as well, because I feel like the Shekinah is always a big player, a big card in this particular deck, so we'll have a quick read of that. Okay, this is a very short, quick message to the point. Don't feel the need to hold back or dampen your spirit. This is a time to celebrate. There is a feeling of dance and joy around you at this time, as you fully recognize your splendor. You are a sacred being who defies gravity every day just by being alive and brings a sense of balance and equality to the world. Talking about balance, we've got justice, we've got balance with the green jade, we've got balance with this. This is getting your life into balance. If you want to manifest something, pile number 4, I feel like for you, manifest what is going to help you get into balance, or even manifest, I want financial balance, I wish for spiritual balance, let's say emotional balance, whatever works for you. This is a time for that. But also with manifesting, there's also a time to release. So what do you want to release back into the universe that no longer serves you? Maybe that's something shadow, maybe that's letting go of certain egos, things that stop you from doing what you want to do, and moving on from that. I love the dog looking back, so like loyal, but also going on a new journey with their owner. We've got the moon here too. There's like moon, 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 moon. Even this could be considered a moon, let's say. Probably stretching it, but the Shekinah has the moon, kind of crescent moon on her head. This is an important time for you. It's only a few days away, but it feels like it's an important time for you if you want to manifest what you want, pile number 4, or also release what you want to get rid of out of your life. I feel like I'm not getting a huge amount of other messages because this is going to be like a really nice surprise. If you're in the, say, a balanced state of mind, balanced state of being, you're going to see these miracles come through and be able to finally get whatever's off your chest, because I feel like it's coming from, it's like a heartache, whatever was there before for some of you. It's like something that you've really wanted to get out, get off your chest, feel free. It feels like this is all about freedom. It's really exciting. Honestly, this feels very exciting for you. So what do you dream? This is talking about dreams coming true. This is talking about what are your dreams? This is all about shifts and changes and action. So to wrap up your read, part number 4, what do you dream of? What do you wish for? What do you want to release? What do you want to manifest? I feel like it's up to you. If there's some sort of takeaway from this, it's about self-expression, being who you are, and that will attract what you want. It's like this is going to be a cleansing time for you in the next few days, for sure. During this moon, maybe after this moon, a little bit of time, but I feel like things are going to shift and change within the next couple of weeks for sure. But that is your reading, part number 4. Thank you for being here. I love this reading. I love this energy. Self-expression is huge. But thank you very much for being here. Feel free to give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.